Have you truly awakened to life? I'm talking to you, the one who might have spent months or even years living on autopilot, as if you were a zombie. Stop and take a moment to observe your surroundings. What do you really see? Is it a world full of opportunities, or is it a suffocating routine that traps you in an endless cycle of boredom and dissatisfaction? It's time for a wake-up call. If you continue like this, the only thing that will change is the number on the calendar. And when you look back, what will you see? A life wasted on bad habits or a path of victories and growth. In just 90 days, you can become a completely new version of yourself, but it takes courage and determination. Stoicism teaches that true transformation doesn't come from external factors. It starts within. Only you can initiate this change by facing your fears and freeing yourself from the beliefs that hold you back. The year 2025 is just around the corner, and if you don't act now, you'll let another year slip by, smothering your true potential. Wake up now. This is the moment to leave apathy behind and take control of your life. You don't want to look in the mirror and see a stranger staring back at you, do you? So stand up, shake off the dust, and get ready for a transformation that will amaze everyone around you. The future is in your hands, but you need to act. Are you ready for this change? Stick with me for the next few minutes, because I have something important to share at the end of this video. Let's begin with the act of freeing yourself from unnecessary objects and emotions. The ability to let go of what we consider essential can manifest in many ways. This could be something as simple as giving up your favorite treat, or something deeper, like reducing your time on social media. What we're seeking here is to explore the power of self-control, one of the most valuable freedoms we can achieve. Imagine deciding to give up something that brings you comfort or pleasure. At first, it might seem like you're sacrificing your happiness, but in reality, this is an opportunity to train your mind to cope with discomfort and resist the temptations that cross your path. Each time you say no to something that doesn't contribute to your growth, you're strengthening your self-discipline. This exercise goes beyond a few days of deprivation. It's about a deeper shift in perspective. See it as a chance to free yourself not only from material objects, but also from the emotions and habits that hold you back, like insecurity. Often, insecurity manifests as an internal voice telling you that you're not good enough or that you'll never achieve something. In the coming months, whenever you feel insecure or notice a negative habit, visualize yourself breaking free from that weight. Picture yourself acting with confidence, as if you're shedding an armor that no longer fits. This is not just resisting temptation, it's freeing yourself from something that is clearly blocking your path to happiness. It's easy to cling to negative feelings or destructive habits, as if we're trapped in an invisible web. Even though we know these things harm us, we sometimes believe we can't live without them. But that's not true. When we challenge ourselves to live without these burdens, we discover our inner strength and our ability to overcome. Think of something specific you'd like to leave behind in the next few days. It could be a negative emotion, like fear or self-criticism, or a harmful behavior, like procrastination or excessive social media use. Ask yourself, what's holding me back from being the best version of myself? This reflection is crucial. Remember that your true happiness and the life you desire don't depend on the things you're preparing to let go of. True joy comes from the conscious choices we make and the actions we take to build a meaningful life. By leaving behind what no longer serves you, you take the first step on a journey of personal development that can transform not only your day-to-day life, but also your vision of the future. This journey won't be easy, but every small victory counts. Each day that you make a decision aligned with who you truly want to be, you get closer to the life you desire. If you're ready to transform in 2025, mark your presence in the comments by writing, "Next year, I'll be a new version of myself." And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. It's completely free. Let's keep going, strengthening your self-control. One of the greatest lessons of Stoicism is the power we have to decide how to interpret the events around us. Have you ever thought about that? If you follow the channel, you've probably come across this idea. But even so, we often let other people or external circumstances dominate our emotions. Why? Every day we face challenges that test our ability to stay calm. A problem at work, a heated argument, or something unexpected that disrupts our routine. In difficult moments, it's easy to let emotions take over. But what if I told you that it's possible to regain control? My challenge for you is to commit to practicing emotional balance over the next 3 months. Together, we will explore how we react to different situations in life, and to do that, developing self-awareness is essential. The first step is recognizing your impulses, reactions, and judgments. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's an exercise with significant rewards. Think back to the last time you faced a personal crisis, that overwhelming feeling that everything was falling apart, and the weight of pressure on your shoulders seemed almost unbearable. Now, instead of being consumed by stress and entering a whirlwind of nerves, take a pause, breathe deeply, and observe the situation with clarity. The challenge is real, and yes, it demands your best, but how you react to it is entirely within your control. You can choose to panic, sink into frustration, or blame others, but these choices usually make the problem worse. Instead, keep your composure and make an objective assessment of the situation. Face the problem with determination and mental clarity. This approach doesn't just apply to crises, it also applies to other areas of life. For instance, if someone close to you, a friend or family member, constantly tries to provoke you, recognize this dynamic. That person may be testing your patience or trying to emotionally unsettle you, but remember, they can only succeed if you allow it. Before reacting impulsively, practice pausing and observing. Ask yourself, how can I respond to this in a way that brings me peace? By developing this skill of maintaining emotional balance, you not only prepare yourself better to face life's challenges, but also cultivate an inner serenity that doesn't depend on external circumstances. Over the next few months, you'll notice that you have a choice that goes beyond what happens to you. It's about how you decide to react, and that's true freedom. Now, imagine your thoughts as the walls of your home. If every morning you painted them dark, how would you feel coming home at the end of the day? The environment would become gloomy and oppressive, making it hard to find joy or comfort. That's how the mind works when we allow negative thoughts to pile up. They not only drain your mental energy but also shape your attitude toward life, creating an endless cycle of frustration, self-criticism, and low self-esteem. The result is a sense of exhaustion that prevents you from living fully. The goal here is to break this cycle of mental self-sabotage. Just as you wouldn't let garbage accumulate in your home, you shouldn't allow toxic thoughts to occupy space in your mind. Often, we place more value on material things than on our mental well-being, but this perception needs to shift. We can learn to prioritize our minds and recognize the impact they have on our lives. Confronting these negative thoughts is essential before they grow into mental monsters that imprison us. For example, in relationships, it's common to think, "He doesn't care about me anymore," or "She's lost interest," and these thoughts create invisible barriers, damaging our communication and connection. Almost any unpleasant experience can turn into a mental monster if we feed our minds with negativity. Failures, heartbreaks, and past mistakes can become weights that hold us back from moving forward and finding the happiness we deserve. So, it's time to put an end to this cycle of negativity. Start clearing your mind of mental clutter by avoiding the habit of replaying painful experiences that no longer serve you. By taking care of your mind with the same attention you give to your material possessions, you create space for a lighter, more positive mental environment. Then, redirect your memory in a constructive way, focusing on events and thoughts that strengthen and inspire you. Dealing with tough decisions and making assertive choices isn't just an external challenge, it's also an internal battle. It's crucial to learn how to silence your inner critic, that voice always ready to point out your past mistakes and flaws. Instead of sinking into self-deprecation, we need to learn how to defend ourselves from our own judgments by recalling moments when we were smart, brave, and resilient. Everyone makes mistakes, no one is perfect. But we've also had experiences of overcoming difficulties and achieving success. When we seek self-knowledge, we begin to see ourselves more fully, accepting our flaws as part of personal growth. It's like molding a stronger, more confident version of ourselves. Imagine waking up every morning, and instead of just going through the motions of your routine, taking a moment to marvel at the miracle of being alive. Feel the vital energy flowing through your body with each deep breath, and allow yourself to feel gratitude for it. This practice of gratitude and mindfulness not only transforms how you face challenges, but also how you experience each day. The effort to pause, reflect, and make conscious choices in moments of stress or negativity is a powerful step toward personal freedom and a more fulfilled life. Think about the complexity and beauty of the simple fact that you can think, feel, enjoy, and love. Amidst so many daily challenges, it's important to recognize that you are here, in the present, living and being part of this great spectacle that is life. It's natural that when difficulties arise, or sadness knocks on the door, our mind tends to focus on the negative aspects. Sometimes, we are so consumed by work stress or daily worries that we forget to value the small things around us. This could include the roof over our heads, the food on our table, or even a warm conversation with our parents or grandparents on a sunny afternoon. This is why cultivating genuine gratitude is essential. This practice goes far beyond a simple thank you. It's about deeply immersing yourself in the true meaning of appreciation and recognizing all the blessings that surround us. Throughout history, gratitude has been expressed in various ways, but often without a deep understanding of its real value. Here, we are invited to go beyond words and cultivate a gratitude that transcends formality. Think about the small things that often go unnoticed. The smile of a stranger that brightens your day, a colleague's kind gesture offering help during a tough moment, or the feeling of warmth from the sun on your face during a walk in the park. Don't forget the simple pleasure of enjoying a hot cup of coffee in the morning. Additionally, remember the people who make a difference in your life. That friend who is always by your side during difficult times, the family member who supports you unconditionally, or the mentor who inspires you to keep moving forward. These are true anchors of gratitude, often forgotten amidst the rush of everyday life. Also, remember the small moments of joy, like the sound of rain tapping against the window while you read a good book, shared laughter with a friend, or the sense of relaxation after a long, tiring day. The practice of gratitude also allows us to acknowledge our own efforts and achievements, no matter how small they may seem. We live in a society that often pressures us to always seek more success, more material possessions. However, gratitude invites us to slow down and appreciate what we already have. It's an invitation to take an essential pause, where we can cherish the blessings that often go unnoticed in our busy lives. In the coming days, I encourage you to incorporate gratitude practically into your routine. Upon waking up, take a few minutes to reflect on what you truly value. Recording these reflections and feelings can be simple, like writing, "Today I was blessed with a beautiful sunrise," or "I am alive and healthy." Over time, this practice will strengthen your connection to the present and help cultivate a more balanced and serene mindset, much like the Stoic philosophy, where internal contentment is sought regardless of external circumstances. This journey of gratitude is not just about recognizing the big blessings, it's also about discovering and appreciating the small things that make life rich and meaningful. By starting to acknowledge and value what you already have, you will open space for more joy, contentment, and genuine connections. At the end of this journey, you will see that by making gratitude a central part of your life, you will transform your existence in a profound and lasting way, creating a lighter and more vibrant mental environment. Furthermore, a fundamental part of this transformation involves turning your complaints and procrastination into decisive actions. Have you ever stopped to think about how many times during the day you find yourself complaining about something? It might be the lack of time, the seemingly endless amount of work, or even those small daily tasks that pile up like stones in your path. Often, these complaints are signs that something is not right, but more than that, they can be seen as opportunities disguised as change. Turning these complaints into action plans can be a powerful way to overcome procrastination and regain control over your routine. The first step is to recognize and document these complaints. Take a notebook, and for 1 week, write down everything you usually complain about. Sometimes, just the act of writing can bring clarity. You might be surprised to realize that you constantly complain about not having enough time to complete important projects or about struggling to start more complex tasks. This exercise of journaling can be revealing and help you identify patterns that might otherwise go unnoticed. After recognizing the sources of your dissatisfaction, it's time to reflect on the origin of these complaints. Ask yourself, what is behind this discontent? If the complaint is about a lack of time, perhaps the issue is time management or a disorganized workload that feels overwhelming. If it's about something beyond your control, you can learn to adjust your expectations and focus on what can be changed. This process of self-awareness and proactive action transforms not only your complaints, but also your attitude toward life. When we feel a lack of support from colleagues or friends, it can be difficult to deal with the situation. In such cases, the focus should be on how we can change our perspective and find more positive ways to face these challenges. True change begins within us. With these reflections in mind, it's time to turn each complaint into a specific and actionable goal. For example, if you complain about not being able to start an important project, turn that frustration into a concrete goal. Develop a detailed plan for the project within a week. Break this goal into smaller tasks, such as creating an outline or researching the necessary requirements. These small steps make the task less daunting and easier to start. Setting realistic deadlines for each step is equally important because it creates a sense of urgency and helps maintain focus. If your goal is to complete the research for the project, set a specific deadline, like finish by Friday. This clear structure helps combat procrastination, as you will have a commitment to fulfill. Visualize the feeling of accomplishment as you complete each step. As you progress, take time to regularly review and adjust your plans. At the end of each week, look back and evaluate what you have achieved and what still needs adjustments. If you didn't meet a deadline, reflect on the reasons and make the necessary changes. This review practice not only keeps your motivation high but also allows you to adapt your plans to make them more effective. By the end of this process, you will no longer be someone who merely complains. You'll be someone who takes action and transforms your life in a meaningful way. Instead of letting frustrations take over, you will use them as fuel for progress. Now, think about what it would be like to start every day with gratitude. Imagine waking up and before going about your routine, taking a moment to marvel at the miracle of being alive. Feel the life energy running through your veins as you take a deep breath. Think about the complexity and beauty of the simple fact that you can think, feel, enjoy, and love, even in the face of challenges. Acknowledge that you are present, experiencing the now, and being part of this great spectacle that is life. It's natural that when difficulties arise or sadness knocks at the door, our mind focuses on the negative side of things. Sometimes, we are so overwhelmed with work stress or daily concerns that we forget to value the little things, like the roof over our heads, the food on the table, or even a warm conversation with a friend on a sunny afternoon. That's why cultivating genuine gratitude becomes essential. This practice goes far beyond simply saying thank you. It's about diving into the true meaning of appreciation and recognizing all the blessings that surround us. Throughout history, gratitude has been expressed in many ways, but often without a deep understanding. Now we are invited to go beyond words and cultivate a gratitude that transcends formality. Reflect on the small things that often go unnoticed, the smile of a stranger that brightens your day, the kind gesture of a colleague offering help in a difficult moment, or the feeling of warmth from the sun on your face during a walk in the park. Don't forget the simple pleasure of enjoying a hot cup of coffee in the morning. Remember the people who make a difference in your life. That friend who is by your side during tough times, the family member who supports you unconditionally, or the mentor who inspires you to follow your path. These are true anchors of gratitude, often forgotten amidst the routine. Also, remember the small moments that bring joy to your day, the sound of rain tapping on the window while you read a cozy book, the shared laughter with someone special, or the feeling of relaxation after a long day. Moreover, the practice of gratitude allows us to recognize our own efforts and achievements, no matter how small they may be. We live in a society that often pressures us to always seek more success, more material goods. However, gratitude invites us to slow down and appreciate what we already have. It offers us an essential pause, where we can cherish the blessings that often go unnoticed in the rush of everyday life. In the coming days, I suggest you incorporate gratitude practically into your routine. Upon waking, take a few minutes to reflect on what you truly value. Perhaps you can start recording these thoughts in a gratitude journal. Writing about your reflections and feelings can be as simple as, "Today, I was blessed with a beautiful sunrise," or "I had an enjoyable conversation with a friend." Over time, this practice will strengthen your connection to the present and help cultivate a Stoic mindset, where you find internal contentment, regardless of external circumstances. This journey is not just about recognizing the big blessings, but also about discovering and valuing the small things that make life rich and meaningful. By starting to recognize and appreciate what you already have, you open up space for more joy, contentment, and true connections. At the end of this journey, you will see that by making gratitude a central part of your life, your existence will be transformed in a profound and lasting way, creating a lighter and more vibrant mental environment. And finally, imagine the impact it would have on your life if you decided to spend the next 3 months without making a single complaint, criticism, or gossip. It may seem like a challenge, but believe me, this simple change can have a profound impact on your life, transforming not only your interactions with the world around you but also how you see yourself. Think about how many times during the day you catch yourself complaining. Maybe it's about the noisy neighbor who disrupts your mornings, the coworker who interrupts your concentration, the high prices at the market, or even the unpredictable weather that alters your plans. While these issues may seem small when considered individually, they accumulate and significantly affect your emotional state. Now, imagine making a conscious effort to change that attitude. Decide that in the coming months, you will not let yourself be carried away by negative thoughts or pessimistic words. It will be a challenge, no doubt, but the benefits are immense. Complaining is like watering the seeds of what we don't want in our lives. When we focus on complaints, We feed a spiral of negativity that pulls us down, giving power to problems and allowing them to grow. Often, we start by complaining about something small, and before we realize it, we're complaining about everything. This happens because what we focus on tends to expand. As Marcus Aurelius reflected in his Meditations, our life is shaped by our thoughts. We choose whether we will use light colors or dark colors in our perception of the world. Therefore, it is crucial to monitor our words, as they reveal our deepest thoughts. To tackle this challenge practically, an effective technique is conscious monitoring. Choose a simple object, like a ring or a bracelet, and every time you find yourself about to complain, criticize, or gossip, switch the object's position. This physical gesture creates immediate awareness of your behavior. By committing to this change, you not only improve your own life but also positively influence those around you. Transform your perspective and see how it can revolutionize your reality. Imagine that every word you say is a seed. If you plant seeds of complaint and negativity, you will see a reality filled with frustrations and dissatisfactions grow. However, if you choose to plant words of gratitude, hope, and positivity, you will begin to harvest a more satisfying and fulfilling life. So, what will your choice be? Will you remain trapped in an endless cycle of complaints, or will you take control and create a more positive and full reality for yourself? The decision is in your hands. By controlling your words, you give your life a clear purpose and make room for what truly matters, focusing on what is good and constructive while distancing yourself from the negativity that drags us down. Now, I want to leave a thought for you. It's time to stop being a supporting character in your own story. Wake up to reality. While you're stuck in routine, thousands of people around you are making changes, chasing their dreams, and transforming their lives. Don't let another day go by without getting up and fighting for what you truly want. The path to transformation may be challenging, but the reward is priceless, an authentic life, filled with purpose and vigor. Imagine waking up every morning with energy, knowing exactly what you want to achieve. Instead of being carried away by the negative news flooding social media or the daily struggles that often seem insurmountable, you focus on what you can control. Stoicism teaches us that change starts from within, which means facing our fears and limiting beliefs head-on. Living in a world full of challenges, inequalities, and uncertainties can make this journey even more difficult. You may have faced situations that seem overwhelming: the struggle to find a job, the pressure of bills that keep coming, the frustrations of a system that often doesn't cooperate. But remember, these difficulties don't define who you are. They are just part of your story, not the whole plot. Now think, what if you used these challenges as fuel for your transformation? What could you achieve in 90 days? Picture yourself taking small actions every day, from practicing healthy habits, like waking up earlier to meditate, to seeking new knowledge that could open doors you didn't even know existed. Every step you take toward change will have a significant impact. In 2025, you might look into the mirror and see a completely different person. Someone who has overcome obstacles, learned to value themselves, and decided no longer to be a victim of circumstances. You will have the choice. Do you want to look back and regret the opportunities you missed, or do you want to feel proud of the courage you had to change your life? Time is passing, and the next year is approaching quickly. The decision is yours. Stand up, fight, and make it worth it. Don't let yourself be carried away by complacency. If you've come this far, it's because you're searching for a real change in your life and are ready to take the first step toward an incredible transformation. This isn't just about a superficial change, it's about committing to a deeper shift in mindset, behavior, and the way you approach the world. The journey won't be easy, but it will be worth every effort. If this message resonates with you, make sure to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you not only stay up to date with all the new content, but you also join a community of like-minded individuals who are dedicated to personal evolution and growth. It's about building a network of support, inspiration, and accountability where you can thrive. Moreover, show your commitment to change by hitting the like button. Your support is crucial in keeping this channel alive and enabling us to continue producing content that motivates and inspires. It's not just about the numbers, it's about the ripple effect that your engagement creates, pushing us all to keep moving forward. But don't stop there. Share this video with your family and friends. Transformation is even more powerful when done together. Help your loved ones wake up to the possibilities that life offers and empower them to become the best versions of themselves. We often forget how much strength we draw from those around us, and by sharing, you're not only helping them, but also reinforcing your own commitment to the journey of growth. When we uplift others, we also uplift ourselves. Additionally, leave a comment. We absolutely love hearing from you and knowing what you think and experience. What was the part of the video that resonated the most with you? What are you hoping to achieve in the next 90 days? Your input can inspire others to keep going on their own journeys. And if you don't feel like commenting much, simply write "Wise Stoic" to mark your presence here. It's a small gesture that speaks volumes about your dedication to personal development. This is not just about motivation for today, it's about creating a mindset and habits that will support you for the long haul. Every small action you take towards self-improvement builds momentum, and the results will accumulate over time, leading you to a life of purpose, fulfillment, and clarity. Remember, transformation is not an event, it's a process. And with every step you take, you are shaping the future version of yourself. So, let's embrace this challenge together. Let's take control of our lives and make every moment count. Until the next life lesson, my friends. Thank you all for your support, and may your journey of transformation be filled with gratitude, growth, and success.